My name is Rosie and I'd consider reading to be one of my personality traits. I'll easily read one book a week. And this is my fiancé Harry, and he, however, has never read a single book in his entire life. Today I wanted to make it my goal to see if I can not only get him to read his first book, but convert him to be a book lover like me. Are you ready for your life to be changed?
What do you mean, right now?
I'm about to convert you to love books.
Really?
Yeah. I know you've never read a book before in your whole entire life,
okay.
but I'm gonna get you to read a book in the next 24 hours and convert you to be a book lover.
Okay. I don't know how easy that's gonna be. In 24 hours?
Yeah.
I don't know how possible that's gonna be, but I'm gonna try. Wait, but what book do I read?
So that's the whole point of part of this video. I'm gonna help you pick the best book for you to read for your first book. So we're gonna head straight to the bookshop.
Okay.
And I'm gonna help you pick out a book. I think I've already got one in mind.
I don't know if I'm excited, or what if I don't do it in 24 hours? Is there a punishment, or?
Maybe. I'll fill you in on that later, but let's head to the bookshop.
My only concern is you're going to get me to read a book that you read.
No.
Because if you're doing that, I've read plenty of books that Rosie reads on TikTok and I don't want to read any more. I want you splayed out on the table like my own personal feast. Wow, okay. I watched as he unbuttoned his pants and the considerable length of him sprang free. I don't understand this. I don't want to read a book ever again. At least your books.
No, it won't be a book like that. It'll be something that will keep you very, very interested.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because the last thing I want to know is if fairies are making love again.
No, it won't be anything like that.
Okay.
Now, in order for this challenge to actually work and for me to convince Harry to actually fall in love with reading, the most crucial part of this whole entire video is to actually find a book that Harry's going to enjoy. So I've been thinking long and hard, and I've come to the conclusion that the book that I need to select needs to have the following: short chapters, a large enough font, be under 400 pages, and be fast paced with a huge plot twist at the end to keep him engaged throughout the whole entire book.
So do you know which one you want to get me?
Yeah.
I never want to read this again.
That's like 18.
When I read this, I thought it was a kid's book. I'm going to leave that there.
After searching in the bookstore for almost an hour, I actually started to doubt my book choice I made for Harry. With the endless possibilities of books to choose from, I ended up trusting my gut and I went with the book that I felt was right for him. This is going to be the selection.
It is?
This is your book. I'll explain everything to you later, but this is going to be the book that we're both going to be reading in the next 24 hours. It's decent size.
It's under 400 pages. How many pages do you have? 378. How did you do that? So
I did my research, Bubs.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. The last time I read a book, it looked like that.
Bubs, that's just like...
In like school.
Yeah, that's
and
not
it's
right.
not even reading, it's just looking at
Pictures.
pages. That is the last time I read a book.
So, Bubs, I've made you the ultimate reading setup for you to start reading your book.
This
okay?
looks good.
This is really
is good.
cozy. You've got your book. I've also given you a bookmark, which is a cute little like Polaroid strip of us.
You got it all out.
Yeah, you've got comfy clothes.
Wow.
A cuddly dog.
I'm sure she's going to help me read as well.
Yep.
Do you want to read it? She does.
Looks like that's the type of thing Daisy would like to read.
I'm going to need that.
Here's your hot chocolate.
Thank you.
Right, I'm going to leave you down here to do
Okay.
your first hour or two of reading while I go upstairs and start the book at the same time as you, okay?
Okay, let's see who can read quicker.
All right. She's excited because she's like, Dad's reading for the first time ever.
What is wrong with...
Wow.
Right, I'm going to read and I'll see you in an hour. Okay?
So while Harry's reading, I'm also going to be reading the exact same book at the same time. This book is actually by the same author as A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I'm actually really excited to read this book. There's been so many people I've heard say that it's really, really fast paced. There's a massive plot twist at the end. So I feel like I've got high hopes for this book. I really, really, really hope it's a good book for Harry's first one for him to read. Because if I picked him a bad book, then that could determine his whole view as a book lover. But this book is basically a thriller type mystery book based around a girl called Red and her 5 friends. They're all on a road trip in an RV. And basically the RV breaks down in the middle of nowhere and I think someone is after them and gonna try and kill them. And I think it's trying to figure out why they're being hunted down and the whole reason of who's doing it. So yeah, I'm really excited and I'm gonna start reading this book now as well.
My first couple hours of reading actually went by really quick and Daisy seemed to enjoy this book more than I did. And what I didn't realise is how much of a slow reader I actually am. And this started to annoy me.
What did you just say?
I'm getting so bored already. I don't know, I think it's because like I've got that much to go. There's so many people. There's like 8 people.
Yeah, this book is quite confusing, like I can't lie. Out of all of the books that I've ever read, there's never been a book with this many characters and that much going on. Like it's actually quite confusing, I can't lie. It's true.
This might be actually quite confusing, my first read.
Maybe, it could be. So I'm currently on page 69. What page are you on?
41. You read so quick.
Because I read all the time.
That's crazy. During hour 3, the book started to make more sense to me and I finally started to understand the story storyline. But with the speed that I'm reading at, there's no way I'm finishing this book in 24 hours. I have read this much in 3 hours. I have 20 hours left, 21 hours left to finish that. At this rate, I'm gonna be probably reading that much more. How did you think, like, realistically, I was gonna finish this in 24 hours?
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but it needs to, so I'm gonna make it work. Oh, they just fixed the tire and then the other one broke. So now they've just fixed one tire and now another tire has popped again. Oh, that's the only thing that's good in this book right now. I'm 63 pages in and now it's only just gripping me. Oh my god, it's draining. I'm like
You've been reading for 4 hours.
I know, but it's like, is that good? 65 pages in 4 hours.
No, that's so slow.
Oh, is it normal for it to take this long to get into it? 65 pages before I'm even like...
Yeah, but that will usually take me like an hour.
How much left?
You're not finishing this in 24 hours, are you?
Okay, so me and Rosie went to the shop. I was feeling a little bit iffy about this whole thing. I was thinking like, am I enjoying the book? Am I like gonna carry on enjoying the book? Am I even gonna get through the book? But it's been 10 minutes, we've come back from the shop and I'm actually like, I actually wanna keep reading.
You're picking it up. So I'm making dinner. Harry's just decided to sit here
which is obviously saying
the book
something, right? Like I'm actually, that shows I'm enjoying it. I was even in the car on the way to the shop, I was saying to Rosie like, oh, I wonder what happens in the next bit.
Yeah,
so I am liking it.
You're into it, you're keen now. When I do convert you to enjoy books, which I feel like I'm 50% of the way there already, I feel like I've got my own book club with my fiance, which is any book girl's dream.
We just said that a minute ago. I was like,
I know.
Oh my god, did you get to that part where like you found out about this girl?
All these conversations are so fun. Now every book I read that I feel like you'll like, I can get you to read and we can just talk about it for hours.
You're gonna read it in a day, I'll read it next month.
I know.
And then by the time I'll
forget the whole plot line. How you getting on there, baby?
Huh?
How you getting on?
Yeah, really well.
What can I hear?
What was I on? Chapter 10. Yeah, really well actually.
What are you doing?
What the hell?
That doesn't look like you're reading.
What is that doing
there? That looks like Fortnite.
Oh.
What is
These are my favourites. Because there's like nothing to read. It's like that much page.
That's your favourite page because there's like only 10 lines.
Yeah, there's only a certain amount of times you get these. But
at the end of every chapter.
But they're my favourite. But that will even take me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how bad I am.
You're the slowest reader I've ever come across in my life.
The clap of the gun, her phone screen, dark and empty. And then I end up reading the same line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I swear I just read that. Do you do that?
Sometimes. Depends if I'm distracted.
I've got ADHD. The next morning I took every single opportunity I could to read when I was walking the dogs, working out in the gym, and even on the toilet. So I'm 3/4 of the way through the book already, and so far it's not my favourite book I've read, I can't lie. So far I'm rating it about a 3.5 stars out of 5, and that seems to be kind of like what a lot of people are rating it. It's quite fast paced, there's a lot going on, it's just not as intense as quite a lot of the books I've read before. So far he's enjoying it, so at least that's the main thing. I don't want to read anymore.
You don't?
I'm done with reading. This is getting so much. I'm on chapter 27.
We're getting really frustrated now.
This is getting so frustrating. I'm on chapter 27. I'm on 229 and I've got double that to read basically.
You're more than halfway through though.
Yeah.
So it's currently 12 o'clock, which means you've got 3 hours left to finish the book.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
I don't think you're going to do it either, but you have made huge progress.
I'm getting to that point now where like my eyes feel dizzy.
Yeah, it's
from
making
reading
you
so
sleepy,
much.
isn't it?
We'll see. The next 3 hours, I reckon I'm going to read this much more, but who knows?
Bubs, it's time.
No.
You have to put the book down. Have you finished?
No, I haven't finished.
It's 3 p.m. It's been a full 24 hours.
That much left.
That's fine though, Bubs.
No.
I can't believe that you read that much of a book anyway, let alone like it wasn't even the point to get it done in 24 hours. That was just a little challenge.
That's very true. I mean, like, I'm surprised I've done that much.
I'm so proud.
My focus levels have never been this focused in my life.
I'm so proud, honestly. So now that the challenge is over, I need to ask you 3 important questions.
Okay.
Question 1, did you enjoy the book?
Yes.
Way
more than I expected. You said something to me like a month ago and I was like, I don't understand how that's possible. You said when you're reading a book, you actually create the image in your head. And I always thought like, if you're not watching a movie and you're reading a book, how's that possible? I did that in this book.
Yes! Finally, and have you been thinking about it when you're not reading?
Oh, 100%.
Question number 2, what are you rating the book so far?
I'm going to have to say, because it's my first book I've ever read, I don't want to give it like a 5 out of 5, but I'm going to say a middle ground. I'm going to say like 3.5.
Last question, have I converted you to a book lover?
I would say, I feel like I need to stand up for this one. I would say, at the start of this challenge, I was a bit hesitant. I was thinking, am I going to be a book lover? Am I going to enjoy a book? I can honestly say, I've enjoyed it.
Yes! That was all I needed to hear.
I feel like this is you picked a really good book. It was
So
complicated,
glad.
like all the characters are like really like all over the place.
The start wasn't it?
But my head understood it. Like you picked a good book, and if it wasn't for this one, The Inheritance Games,
Would have been your second
that's
pick.
gonna be my next read.
That's gonna be your next pick.
I'm already saying it's gonna be my next
one.
read. That proves that I'm a book lover.
Yay!
But my question to you,
Yeah.
now you've got me into a book lover, is there any chance I can get you into a Fortnite lover?
Might have to give that one a miss, but